Hello Algebra 2ers, this is Mr. Hotard. This is a quick video explaining the discriminant, how we can use that to determine the number and types of solutions to a quadratic equation. So we've been learning about solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. If you recall, that formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. We've been solving quadratic equations using that formula. Now, most of the time that formula gives you how many answers? It gives you 2 answers, okay? And then how do you know when you have to have I in the answer? If you have a negative under the square root. And also, when do you get those nice, easy, they're called rational answers? When you have what under here? When you have a perfect square. So basically the idea is this whole formula gives you the entire answer, but what part of the formula tells you the type of answer you get? The stuff under the square root, b squared minus 4ac. That's what we're talking about today. That's called the discriminant. Just the b squared minus 4ac, what's underneath the square root. That doesn't give you the answer, but it tells you the number and types of answers. Because if you wind up working out b squared minus 4ac, if this comes out to be exactly 0, right? So if you have something plus 0 divided by something, and then something minus 0 divided by something, what happens? You get the same answer. All right, so if this b squared minus 4ac, if it's 0, then you're going to have exactly one real root, one answer to the problem. All right, now, if it comes out to be a positive number, any positive number, then, so if b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, that means it's positive, then you're going to get 2 real roots, 2 actual real answers. All right, now, if this is negative, again, what happens if you have negative under the square root? You get I in the answer. So if b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, that means it's negative, then you still get 2 answers, but they'd be 2 complex roots, or 2 imaginary roots. All right, they wouldn't be real numbers. They'd have I in them. And then one other thing, we mentioned this a minute ago, if this comes out to be exactly a perfect square number, numbers like 1, 4, 9, 36, 25, 49, any of those, if that's a perfect square number, then not only do you get 2 real roots, you get 2 real rational roots, or easy roots. They actually come out to be nice, easy numbers. All right, so again, this discriminant, it doesn't tell you what the answers are, but it tells you the type of answers you get. So these down here, I'm going to find the discriminant, and then use that to determine the number of types of roots. So the discriminant, I'm doing b squared minus 4ac. All right, so here in the problem number 1, a number is 1, b is 2, c is 2. So if I'm just doing b squared minus 4ac, I'm going to do 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times 2. So that's going to be 4 minus 4 times 1 times 2 is 8. It's giving me negative 4. So the discriminant is negative 4. That doesn't mean the answer to this equation is negative 4. The discriminant is negative 4. What's that mean for my solutions? If it's negative, it means I would have 2 complex roots, or 2 imaginary roots. This doesn't tell me what the roots are. If I want to know what the answers are, I'd have to work the whole quadratic formula. But this is telling me it's 2 complex roots. So problem number 2, if I do b squared minus 4ac, again, a is 1, so I'd have 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 5. So that's going to be 4. And then 4 times 1 times 5, that's 20. Is this going to be negative 20 or positive 20? It's going to be plus 20. So I'm getting 24. That's my discriminant. So I'm getting a positive 24. What does that mean for my roots? It's a positive number. I'm going to have 2 real roots. Okay, so why don't you pause the video now, try the other 2. Did you do it? I hope you did. So number 3, if I do b squared minus 4ac, so 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times 1, that's going to be 4 minus 4, which is 0. The discriminant is 0. So what does that mean for my roots, or my solutions? I'd have 1 real root. So only one answer to that problem. Again, the answer is not 0. You'd have to work the whole formula to get the answer. All right, and then number 4, b squared, so negative 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times 3. So that's going to be 16 minus 12. I'll get 4 for my discriminant. Now, that is a positive answer, so you might be tempted to say 2 real roots, but we can be more specific than that. 4 is a perfect square number. So it's not only 2 real roots, it's 2 real rational roots because it's a perfect square number. This problem would have 2 nice easy answers. 2 real rational roots. Okay, I hope that was understandable, and this is Hotard signing out.